Mike is kicking his daughter out. We told Mike that his daughter could stay, but now he's giving her the boot. He's kicking her out of the office.
Yeah, we literally said we do a PG show. She can stay for a bit, and he's like, no, absolutely not. She's not allowed on the live stream.
Yeah, he doesn't trust us that we'll keep the show PG for her. That's hilarious.
I would have given her 5 minutes. That's it. 5
minutes. Right. So you went live, told everybody that I'm kicking my daughter out. When you kicked up a big stink and you said, she's too loud. I don't like children. I hate children.
That's so not true, but we'll get to the bottom of it coming right up.
What time is it? Game time.
What up, YouTube? It's your boys, Detroit Love, PDubs, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Restalgia with another episode of the Super GameRoom Dudes. Let's get it started!
You know, I was a little worried, Carl. It was like, oh, great, here we go, another intro where Carl's, you know, kind of too full of Arby's. He's got the food coma, the meat sweats setting in, and then also you kicked it up at the end. Let's get it started.
Let's do it,
my day. Now, I promised some people over at the Basement Arcade Show, which, by the way, guys, go check out their YouTube channel and their podcast show, that we would start today's episode real quick with a 2-minute pizza rant. That's right, guys. I got a bone to pick with a fellow YouTuber named Your Average Gamer. Guys, this clown is telling me that New York pizza is the best pizza? Are you out of your damn mind? Let me show you what real pizza looks like, Nick. That's right. Chicago-style pizza is the best. We're talking Lou Malnati's pizza. Lou Malnati's pizza is the best pizza on this face of this earth. Or if you're not a fan of Lou Malnati's pizza, go grab yourself some Giordano's while you're in Chicago. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is pizza. Look at that right there, Michael. God, yes. Look at that, Michael B. I literally just had a foodgasm right now. Tell me.
There's an episode of John's Arcade where he actually goes to Chicago and goes to Giordano's, and they get that pizza, and it looks amazing, like bananas. And the great thing is just the cheese coming up, because if you watch like a ad for Domino's and you see the cheese coming off the pizza, it's not cheese, because if anybody's ever ordered Domino's, there's barely any cheese on the pizza. It's actually like glue and stuff that they use as like food lookalikes for the commercials. But that's real cheese. That's the real thing. I saw in a real video. That's the way the cheese looks on their pizza.
And I'm going to be biased here. I'm only going to share comments in the live chat that agree with me on Chicago pizza. Anyone else who's writing New York pizza is good in the live chat, you guys are nuts. I mean, one time I took a bite out of a New York pizza and I was like, oh man, this tastes horrible. It tastes just like a rice cake. You know those rice cakes? I mean, those paper thin cardboard rice cakes. I mean, that is not pizza, gentlemen. This is pizza right here. Get your pizza in Chicago at Giordano's or Lou Malnati's. Or if you're looking for a more cost-effective solution, there's there's always Rosati's Pizza spread out throughout the Chicagoland area, and Rosati's is pretty good as well. But that's the way to do it. Your average gamer says I'm a hater. Look, man, I understand not everyone was born perfect. I understand not everyone, makes good decisions in life. I'm just trying to help you, my friend. I'm trying to help you get away from that New York. Like, I can't tell what's thicker, a New York piece of pizza or a paper that I put in my fax machine at work. I can't tell what is thicker. Go ahead,
So
man.
just, let it go. Your average gamer likes your average pizza.
Yeah, I mean, he did order the Street Fighter 2 Partycade, so, what's there to say about that, right? So, anyway, we're done cutting a promo on UAG. Make sure you guys go check out his channel. We greatly appreciate you guys tuning into the show. I mean, look at what Carl got for us right here. Look at that. Oh,
Pizza Popolis, baby. Pizza Popolis.
This is pizza right here. Pizza Popolis. This is a Detroit thing?
Yes, it's in the Greek town.
I'm pretty sure I've literally never seen a pizza look like this before.
Yep. And
I like the seafood one myself. It's delicious.
Oh, God, that looks so good. Guys, what's your favorite pizza toppings? Throw it in the live chat, and then we're going to start the show. We'll go bottom up here. Restalgia, do you eat pizza? And if you do, what's your favorite toppings on pizza? Are you a pineapples and ham kind of guy? You look like a pineapples and ham.
I'm not a pineapple guy. No.
So what do you like on your pizza, my dude?
I don't know, man. There's very few things I don't like on my pizza. Pineapple just happens to be one of those things I don't like on my pizza. I'm good with a meat lovers. Or what else is really good? I don't know what you guys call them in the US. I don't know if it's different up here in Canada, but we have something called the Supreme Pizza, which is onions, mushroom, peppers, pepperoni, and bacon. Mm-hmm. I'm all about that.
It's also called the deluxe. That's most people just call it deluxe.
Deluxe, okay, yeah.
The garbage pizza.
I don't know, man. I've never had pizza like you guys are talking about. The pizza I've had is Pizza Hut and Little Caesars. That's the extent of my...
So you've eaten garbage.
Yeah, that's it. So it's literally garbage. That's it.
I have it on good authority that Restalgia loves the Red Baron pizza from the frozen section of his local grocery store. That's
Delicio.
The pizza.
Is that something that lives in the U.S.?
No, they don't have Delicio. They have DiGiorno.
They have DiGiorno.
Yeah.
Oh,
DiGiorno instead.
If it's not delivery, it's DiGiorno. Is that what they do? Okay.
They're looking for a new slogan right now. Actually, they're having a contest online. Yeah.
And we have it on good authority that the cost of pizza, due to shortages in dough and bread, as well as in electronic components,
microchips,
shipping containers, is going to be $699 for an 18-inch pizza moving forward. That's your Tastemaker special. There you guys go. Okay, real quick, Detroit Love, favorite pizza toppings, then Michael B, and then let's actually start the show.
I'm a simple man. I typically, if I got to get a garbage pizza from the places that Restalgia gets, I'll just get pepperoni because I can't do all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But if I go to a Pizza Popolis, I get the seafood pizza. It's delicious.
There you go. Seafood pizza. What about you, Michael B? Favorite?
Well, I do like pineapples, but I only like pineapples personally when my daughter's there because she loves them, or I actually mix them with banana peppers, and I love the sultry mix of the hot from the banana pepper mixed with the pineapple. That's a good fit. But really, I just like a pizza with meat lovers with jalapenos on it, not jalapenos, banana peppers, and there's a good mix of the hot banana pepper and the sausage. Oh yeah, more meat the better. Greasy, cheesy mess. Love it.
Yeah, I'm a meat lover's deep dish kind of guy myself as well. Rainwater Games says we're expecting a 60.39% price increase in pizza, and we have that on good authority from the Restalgia meter. Isn't that right, my friend?
100%.
All right, guys, let's start the show. So we got a lot of topics we want to talk about. We want to talk about Zelda Skyward Sword, which just came out today. We want to talk about the Nintendo Switch OLED console. We want to talk about the Valve Steam Deck console. And then we want to dive into all your favorite arcade and gaming companies and the news for all of those. So let's get through the modern gaming first, and then we're going to hop on over to the retro gaming. So for starters, the Zelda Skyward Sword came out today, digital and hard copy. My hard copy literally showed up 30 minutes before we went live. The Amazon man finally showed up. So I haven't been able to play it yet to give you guys my personal opinions. I know Michael B has. Now, before we get his opinion, as well as all of yours, on whether or not this game is worth buying and playing, we're going to roll a really quick clip for you about The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Let's check it out. Now, I'm a big Zelda fan. This is a game, though, that I didn't spend a lot of time on due to the funky controls on the original system it came out on. I was very interested when they said they're going to re-release it on the Switch because you'll be able to use just a Pro controller, not have to sit there waving your arms around like crazy. And, of course, because I'm such a big fan of Zelda games, I mean, hell, you guys see I got Zelda stuff all over my house, Zelda and Link. I figured, why not give this one a shot, right? So I placed my pre-order. I haven't had a chance to play it. Now, Michael B., you've had a chance to play it today. How far did you get, and what was the experience like? Let's talk about it.
So I didn't get super far. Like, I basically got through the training section where you have to do, like, the flying thing where you go chase the golden snitch or whatever it is. So you have to get your bird back. You know what I mean? At the very beginning.
Yeah.
So you have to learn the basics. Like, I went through the instructions and I got to the point, basically, I just woke up from Zelda getting hit with the black tornado. I went and got the Skyward sword, and I'm about to start my path to the first dungeon. So, yeah.
So you got to the goddess sword, right?
Yeah.
All right, so not too far into the game. Now, what about the controls with the using the other Joy-Con and stuff? How did that feel? Like, you didn't do the whole doing this. You were playing with a Pro controller as well?
Yeah, I'm playing with the Pro controller, and there's a lot of things I like about it because people forget this wasn't just like a waggle control game. This was the first one to use that Nintendo Switch, and not Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Wii Motion Sensor Plus. So, like, I mean, those controls were so sensitive, and even just small things like saving your game and other things like that where you had to move the controller were an irritation with this. So definitely using the thumbstick on those parts is great. I will say the weapon combat so far using the thumbstick to swing my sword in different directions hasn't been as fun as I had hoped.
Really?
It's totally doable, but it's hard. Like I'm gonna have to get used to registering what I wanted to do because you have to move the thumbstick left, then right to swing, right, then left, up, then down. So a lot of times I'm not basically my sword just stalls, and maybe I just need to get good. But it's taking me a little bit longer than I would hope in order to really start to get the combat down. But otherwise, graphically, it's great. Seems to play well. I'm excited to go through the story again and experience the repetition of doing 4 dungeons and then going back to those same 4 dungeons. Repetition, Zelda. Yeah. Oh.
And doing it all over. It's so what a lot of folks are asking, Mike, is it hard?
It's hard.
It's a hard game. Well, like I said, guys, mine just arrived today, so I can't give you an honest review opinion on it. I'm going to try and play it this weekend and see what I think, and we can talk about it on a future broadcast. Restalgia or Detroit Love, do you guys want to add anything before we pivot over to our next topic? We just wanted to cover this real quick, but you guys feel free to add something.
Is that the Link to the Past? Is that the one you guys got?
No, it's a Skyward Sword. But nice.
That's the last one I played.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What about you?
I've never even
Restalgia?
heard of Zelda, so I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Okay. By the way, what's on your shirt, bro? Let me see that. What you got going on there?
Super Mario.
Look at that. This guy's trash talking Link and Zelda, yet he's got him on his shirt. But hey,
No, I only have Zelda on my shirt.
Oh, look at that. Oh, yeah.
Oh, sweet.
There you go. We should be wearing the merch, though, but Michael B's job is to plug the merch. Carl just came back from the PGA Tour. That's why we started the broadcast a little late, folks. We were waiting for Carl to get 6 under par.
That's the only links I know.
Look at this MCAP. Wait, Michael B's in a hat. Restalgia. Is this the Twilight Zone? What's going on here?
Wherever Restalgia is, there is a hat nearby. I'm just not wearing it.
Restalgia's hair's gotten too big to fit in the head anymore.
Yeah, I wear the hats and it pushes my hair down over my eyes, and then I can't see. So,
give us one of your famous Restalgia hair waves. Oh, there it is. Look at him. He's like a young Bo Derek.
Let's do it again, man. Now in slow motion.
Bow.
There you go.
Now my hair is a complete disaster.
No, let me try that.
Yeah,
Carl, you do it.
Let's see,
Carl,
Carl.
look at this hair.
You're ridiculous.
just doesn't have the same effect.
All right, guys, let's start talking. Since we're talking Nintendo, let's talk real quick about the new Switch OLED. Pre-orders went live and sold out pretty quickly. Did any of you guys purchase it in the live chat? Do you guys think it was worth it, or do you guys is it a hard pass for you? Let us know. Start getting your comments in the live chat so we can get them on the screen. And let's kind of go around the horn here. I want to get Restalgia's opinion first on this product, buddy. What do you think about this Nintendo Switch OLED? Why did they do this and not just give us a full-blown new console?
Because Nintendo does what Nintendo does. I think that this is perfectly in line with the way that they typically handle their consoles and the way that they progress into their next generation of consoles. They don't need a super powered console. They've obviously shown that. They have the best selling, modern generation console out of anybody, and it's the least powerful by a very large margin. I think the idea here was that they were just going to provide a couple upgrades, throw in the nice new screen, add a LAN port into the back of it. I don't really remember any of the other minor adjustments that they did, but I think it was just a facelift and ship it because they can. And I mean, the price point's good. I think it's just going to sell. It's one of those things that pretty par for the course for the way that Nintendo typically does things. Yeah, the adjustable stand and all that goodness.
You got to admit that stand is a huge improvement over the stand that, that's on the standard Switch.
Yeah, I've literally never used my Switch in that format. Like if I'm going to play it with the controllers in my hands, I just plug it into a TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm not taking my Switch out to a park and putting it on a bench and then sitting 10 feet away from a 6-inch screen and playing that way. So
now, are they showing it that way because the old screen wasn't as viewable outside, and now with the OLED, it is?
Well, the old screen was kind of lame outside. It wasn't that great. It was usable, but not great. I don't know if the OLED is going to give you better. I mean, the only way it's going to work better outdoors is if it's a brighter screen. So if it's brighter, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Mike, do you have any thoughts there?
Yeah, Michael B, did you get an order in, or were you? And what do you think?
Well, I'm still not 100% sure if the orders have gone up in Canada. Like, Walmart's a bit of a weird one because even if their pre-orders haven't gone up yet, it'll be on their site saying out of stock. So, Restalgia, you can help me out with that. Did the pre-orders go up in Canada? I was at EB Games earlier today, and they said they haven't put their pre-orders up yet.
I haven't seen anything come up in Canada.
Yeah.
But I also haven't been looking. I'm not planning on buying this. So
yeah, we here on the Super GameRoom Dude panel, all except for Detroit Love, I think, are all in a very similar boat where none of us really play our Switch not docked. So for us, the improvements that are on this console don't really do anything for a lot of us. So I don't know, like other than getting a white dock because that looks pretty sexy, there's not really a lot of reason for me to pick this up. I'm never going to take it off and play it in handheld mode. So I don't know. It does. The upgrades that they have aren't really something I'm excited for.
And what about you, Carl? What do you think?
Well, Nintendo don't deliver what you want them to give it to you all the time. They're like the Apple. They're just going to make microscopic changes now, and they're going to sell more units. So, if it ain't broke, don't try and fix it. So I guess they're saying this model's been working for them. They're making enough money off of it, and so they ain't got to do the one that everybody was waiting on. Keep giving people what's selling. I like Michael said, I've been playing mine handheld, and I haven't really been enjoying it. It's a little too heavy, a little too wide. And so I played it with you guys last week got my butt kicked in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But don't mention that ever again. But I think I prefer it on the TV as opposed to carrying it around. I carry it around and I never pull it out because it's just too heavy.
Yeah. So if I can jump back in, I forgot what I wanted to say, but when I have my opportunity, so I'm going to jump back in here now. The thing about this Switch is awesome for somebody who doesn't have a Switch or likes to play in handheld. It's either a great first console or an awesome upgrade if you're using the Switch primarily as a handheld. Like I said, if you were a person that enjoys playing docked, this isn't going to do a lot for you. But no offense to anybody who likes to play in handheld. I saw Jolly Green immediately jump up and say, I play 90% in handheld mode. So no offense to anybody who plays in handheld mode. awesome upgrade. This is like the switch from the 3DS to the 3DS XL in terms of screen size and screen quality, probably.
And I think the other thing, people are expecting this Switch Pro model.
Right.
And typically what would come with the Switch Pro model is an increased CPU or GPU power, better graphical performance, more RAM, let's say. But the issue with that is then they would develop games that are optimized for that hardware that likely wouldn't be able to be backwards compatible. And they ran into that problem with when they went from the 3DS to the new 3DS. There were new 3DS games that just weren't compatible with the old 3DS. So I think it's just too early in the life cycle for the Nintendo Switch for them to start ostracizing customers who are still buying these things in crazy volume. They're still selling out in stores locally. So I just don't see that being as something Nintendo does for at least a few more years.
Yeah, in my opinion, because I predominantly play my Nintendo Switch when it's plugged into a dock, this wasn't for me. I don't see the need to upgrade. However, if you don't have a Nintendo Switch yet and you see the old version and the new version on store shelves somewhere in the future, by all means, this is the one to get. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit more high, a little bit better screen and all that kinds of stuff. But I just don't see the need. It's just not enough for me to pull the trigger. I did not even attempt to pre-order this thing myself personally. I'm fine with the one I have. And I have the original one. Like, mine has lasted all this time, Mike B.
Yeah.
I picked mine up on launch day when the Nintendo Switch first came out. And it's the same one I'm rocking today. We do have a Nintendo Switch Lite in the house, but that's my son's. He plays that. He plays that himself because we had a hard time sharing. But that's about it, guys. I mean, I don't think it's absolutely necessary. But like everyone else has said, if you want to play in handheld mode, by all means, you should upgrade, right? Like, you know. But
I got a question. Did anyone have any lag problems last week when we were playing online with the Mario Kart? So I don't really, because they added that LAN port onto it, which would potentially increase the speed on it. But we didn't suffer from any problem.
It depends on the game. It depends on the game. If you're playing something like Super Smash Brothers, it's painful, man. Sometimes when you're playing that online with other people, it can be pretty painful. So there's definitely a need for a direct power or direct Ethernet connection. But on games like Mario Kart, typically it's okay. You won't notice any sort of input lag. But on a very competitive fighting game like Smash, you'll notice it. It's pretty noticeable there.
All right, guys. So final thoughts. Final thoughts on the Nintendo Switch OLED. Let us know, guys. Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's worth buying. Put a 0 if you don't. Let's get a quick poll from the viewers in the live audience. I think all 4 of us, it's a no. Carl, are you a maybe?
No.
No, it's a no.
I'm a definite no.
Very cool. So as those responses come in, guys, we're going to kind of look at all those zeros. Wow, look at all. Very, very shocking. Well, not very shocking. It just seems like, even though it's a handheld, maybe a lot of us just like playing in dock mode, right? Maybe that's it. Plus, not enough reason to upgrade, right? Now, if Nintendo Switch obviously comes out, if Nintendo comes out with a whole new console, right? Super powered, brand new, I think we would all be scrambling to purchase it, right? Especially you, MichaelB, the Game Genie, right?
Oh, 100%.
By the way, I'm digging that Westworld hat. That's a great TV show on HBO, by the way. That's awesome.
Yeah, big Westworld fan. I walked into EB Games today, and it was on for $6, and I was like, yeah, that's happening.
Yeah.
The first season was hot, and they kind of lost me after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Well, guys, here we do have one last topic in regards to, I guess you could consider it modern gaming or just all-around gaming that we wanted to cover, and that is the introduction and release of the Steam Deck handheld console by Valve. This thing kind of, like, there were rumors they were working on something, and then this thing came out, and pre-orders go live, and it's been all over the place lately. The last 24, 48 hours, tons of coverage. Pre-orders went live today. We're going to let you guys know about our pre-order experience. Let's just take a quick look at a video. I'm not going to play the entire video because it's long, but let's just play a quick video here about the Steam Deck. And while that's running, guys, let us know. I already saw a lot of people talking about it in the live chat. Did you get your orders in, or are you even interested in this product? Right after this. I don't want to keep playing that entire video, but because it's pretty long, but pretty interesting what we see there. This actually got me a little bit hyped. Definitely interested in this product. I obviously have a Steam account, play a lot of Steam games, own a lot of Steam games. Thought this was very, very interesting, as well as because, as you guys know, I'm a big fan of AtGames Legends Ultimate. I was thinking, what if this is a good way potentially to play some? Let's see if it's compatible. Can we get some of this stuff up and running on the AtGames hardware as well? So whether or not you just wanted to use it for your Steam games or compatibility with other devices, I think this thing's very, very interesting. And I myself did secure my pre-order, but it was a goddamn nightmare this morning. The pre-order went live, and holy hell, it was intense. Like, for instance, we have an article here. Let me show you this. So this absolutely happened to me, where I was trying to place the order and like everything crashed, and I kept getting this yellow error. And I was trying on my work computer, my work laptop, my desktop computer, as well as my cell phone, and I could not get the dang orders to go through. I kept getting this error message, right? So from like for the first 30 minutes, I couldn't get the order, right? And I gave up. Like, I was pissed off. I messaged these guys a whole bunch of F-bombs. You guys remember earlier today? I was like, this is an effing joke, trying to get this thing ordered, trying to get the reservation in. And then sure enough, I waited an hour, turned on my computer, tried again, and it went right through. It went right through without an issue. And I got my reservation in. And I did order the midline model, the 256 gigabyte one. So Restalgia and Crew, let's start with Restalgia on the bottom. What do you think about this Steam Deck, my friend? And did you put a reservation in?
I did not. I didn't put a reservation in. I was looking in at the specs, and they're actually, I mean, for what you pay, it's reasonably priced. I have the specs here. So we are looking at an AMD Zen 2 CPU with a max clock speed of 3.5 gigahertz, an AMD RDNA 2 GPU, which is like a good mobile processor, that has a max clock speed of 1.6 gigahertz, 16 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM, which is pretty good. And then you've also got your different storage sizes. The one thing I didn't like is that it is only a 720p monitor, 60 hertz refresh rate, which, I mean, that's fine when you're dealing with such a small monitor anyways. I think that was kind of like the only thing that I was looking at the specs, and I was like, they could have gone with a 1080p, but I guess it's a small enough screen that, 720p is good enough. I think the pricing is good. I think that if anyone's going to buy one, they should buy at a minimum the 256 gig size, because you are dealing with a solid state drive rather than just flash memory. So if you're going to buy one, or if you bought one, hopefully you bought the 256 gig storage or bigger, just because you're going to get better reliability out of that storage space.
And Michael B, the game.
Well, I have a question first.
Oh, go ahead, Carl.
Are we still talking about the Nintendo Switch? Because that's what
No, this isn't the Nintendo Switch.
So the Nintendo Switch just can play the Steam games now. Is that what you're saying?
100%. That's exactly what we've been talking about. This is the new Nintendo Switch OLED.
Right. And now I have another question. Can I put that on my Arcade1up Dragon's Lair cabinet for my scoreboard? Yeah,
it actually has a port right in the bottom. It's actually designed. This product, Arcade1up partnered with Nintendo to make this.
It's the new Atari. It's the new Atari Lynx.
I'm in then.
I'm in. So IGN has provided a lot of good coverage on this particular product on their webpage as well as on their YouTube channel. They even did a early look review of it. The button placement looks interesting when it comes to the D-pads and the buttons so close and elevated next to the actual analog sticks here. Do you guys see that being any problem playing? The guy on IGN, when he said it looks like it's in an awful position, but once I held it and played it, it was fine. That's what the guy said on his YouTube video today. What do you think, Michael B?
I don't know. This is the kind of thing I'd have to get my hands on it. The D-pad and the buttons, They seem very close to the edge. Usually that's where you're gripping it with your hands. So, but again, it's the kind of thing like I'd have to play with it. Maybe it's super comfortable once you play with it, and maybe they're ahead of the curve, and this is where the button should have been on these all along. We've all said it. We all play our Switch in docked position because it's just not comfortable. Maybe this is a more comfortable setup that'll be easier on the hands.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. And Mike, did you reserve one or?
No, I'm thinking about it because I have my Steam open right now, and like we talked about before we went to the show, I could just go reserve one right now.
Is it not sold out? I thought it was completely sold out.
No, I look, reserve now, Canadian, $570. I click it and I can reserve it right now.
$570 for which device?
No. That's the reserve now price is $570. $659 Canadian for the 256.
I love this comment. Never trust IGN. Remember, they gave Cyberpunk a 10 out of 10.
Sure. I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm relatively new to playing games on a PC. I've always been a console guy, so I've only started playing games since I got my new PC. That sizzle reel certainly fired me up. But then again, I'm an easy mark. I have 20 Arcade1ups. So, you know.
I'm a mark. I love it.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. Like $670 for a handheld is a lot of cheddar for somebody who doesn't really do handheld gaming. So I don't know.
Yeah. Well, obviously there's a lot of interest in this product with how quickly it crashed the servers and orders. It was a catastrophe, and sold out. Crazy. So there seems to be a lot of interest in this product. I myself am interested in this product, so can't wait to hear and learn a bit more about it. So Zohar says you need to put your 500 to good use for once, Michael. Just do it.
Well,
100% true.
I need a new dryer. My dryer drum is cracked, so that would be putting $500 to good use. So
your average gamer says just do it, Mike. Be like Nike. Michael B. Bolton is his real name. So there you go. Get that hat backwards. There you go. That's how you wear that. And speaking of which, guys, if you have that kind of money to spend, why not? If you're not into this particular product, well, I got a product for you for almost the exact same cost. You guys can pick up an X-Men 4-player arcade machine from Arcade1up, guys. And let me tell you all the reasons why you should pick this up. Okay, let's move on. Restalgia, what do you think, my friend? Michael B and I have covered this to death. I wanted to cover this really quickly tonight, even though Michael B and I have covered this to death. I wanted to get Carl and yours opinions on these before we move on with our lives. Go ahead, my friend. Restalgia, the crowd is waiting.
What do you want to know?
I want to know whether or not what you think about the pricing. What do you think about the product? Is it worth the purchase? Is it worth the investment? Did you get one? All the same stuff.
Yeah, no, I think these are an incredibly good value. I think that everyone who's watching this and everybody on this panel should buy one or two. Mm-hmm. I think you should buy two, maybe even three. I would suggest you keep one sealed in the box. Keep it collectible for the future. And then the other ones you can open up and do as you please. But no, definitely great value. These things are well worth their weight in gold.
Oh my God, dude, you're so full of it. What about you, Carl? What do you think about this now that it's out there and it's available and it's sold out? It's sold out everywhere, right, Mike?
I don't know. Did GameSpot sell out afterwards?
Oh, well, it's available in Canada, but no one cares. We're talking about
no GameSpot. GameStop. GameStop.
No, it's not available on GameStop's website.
Okay, so it's sold out in the US. It's still available, readily available here in Canada.
Yeah, does that mean Canadian customers are smarter buyers than American customers, or what does that mean? Or is it just the price is just ridiculously too high in Canada? Didn't you say it's like $1,000 in Canadian dollars?
Yeah, it comes to like $960 with tax in. Yeah.
Wow. God.
Yeah.
Damn, it's a pretty expensive cabinet, without a doubt.
Well, and
Travis, I can't read put your comment on screen, Travis. Good God, man!
If I had to say something good about it, I'm
can totally put that up on screen.
And look at what 8-Bit Vinyl wrote. Guys, settle down.
Look, we're not monetizing.
I'm glad they got rid of the bulletin board front. I'd rather have these coin door stickers on it than the other way.
They're just. I mean, the prices are up, and we knew the prices were going up. This isn't something anybody was really surprised by, but like we know the prices are high here. The pinball prices, I think somebody shared a picture of that. They're like $799 now, $800 for the pinball machines. So like it's to be expected. I think these are no longer in the realm of a pick up and go. You're not going to be walking through Walmart and see it and be like, $400, I'll buy it. Now you're looking at it and you're like, okay, $600. That's coming in line with some of like the higher end tech that's available in terms of gaming. It's no longer an impulse buy. So I don't know. I think the price is a little too high for what this is. And
now, my wife has a Target Red card. So what's funny is you got the 5% or $30 or whatever it was, and I remember her. She was talking to me, and she heard me talking about this cabinet and all this stuff, and she's like, "I can get it for you for Target, and it'll be $5.99, but you could save $30, right?" And she's like, "Do you want me to get it?" I told her, I said, "No." If this cabinet was $4.99 or less, I probably would have pulled the trigger with free shipping. $4.99 or less with free shipping from a retailer. That way, total cost it would have been like $25, right, with tax. That's the most I was willing to invest into this cabinet. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I put a video out on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching that video. That video is doing really well, talking about my personal feelings. I was just being like, hey, I just want to provide you my thoughts. That video is doing really well. Thanks so much. But Michael B, it looks like you're ready to jump out of your seat. What do you want to say?
No, nothing. I'm probably going to get this one. I don't think that's a surprise to anybody.
Wait, what?
My daughter's a big X-Men fan. I'm looking at it. It's going to be out in October around my birthday. Of the ones that were coming out, this was the one I wanted the most. But like you said, this would have been an Insta buy if this was the regular price, $5.99. But jacked up to $8.29. I really got to think about it. I literally have the thing up here on my screen right now where I can place my pre-order through Walmart, and I'm considering it. But, it sucks because it's so much. It's like Restalgia said, it's really not something you can just insta-buy and not think about it. Now you really got to, make a decision on, if I get this, I'm going to have to sell 2 cabinets to make room for it. And plus that means I'm not going to be able to put something else in my arcade. Plus it's so much money. How much value am I going to get out of it? It's tough. It's getting tougher and tougher every time these go up in price. I don't know if you guys watch our GT85, but he even did a video on this today. And he even said, he was like, no, Arcade1up have even priced me out. And I can afford this. It's just I fundamentally refuse to pay these upgrades for upgrades I don't care about.
Yeah, so, but they're gonna sell. They're gonna sell out.
Carl, they sold out.
Right.
Yeah,
and that's the new reality. That's the new regular price. Here it is. We bought all these multiple cabinets, and fine-tuned them and made all the suggestions. And now they've made a pretty decent product that they don't have to sell 20 to one person. They're not trying to sell 20 to one person anymore. They're trying to sell to the masses. And so this is the new price of people may get one, they may get 2 tops. The average people, not us crazy people. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
And so at that price set, that's the price that they've come to realize that's what the market's going to buy 1 or 2 at for every household, as opposed to a small handful of households with 20 of them.
I actually think that the actual business strategy here is maybe, I don't know if anyone else has talked about this, but I've been thinking a lot about this, and I'm thinking they sold a ton of machines early on when the prices were low. And then within weeks of new machines and new waves going into Walmart, they were being cleared out for $75, and they were selling like hotcakes. People were going in and buying and buying and buying. And now the prices are jacked up, and everyone's saying, oh, well, they're selling out, so people are going to buy them anyways. Well, maybe that's true. But what I think has happened is now they've got like clout in the industry. Now they've got those numbers where they can go to all of these licensors and say, hey, we've sold millions of these cabinets. We want a license. And maybe this X-Men cabinet, they knew that they weren't going to sell a huge number, and they only did a print run of, say, 1,000 units. So, maybe they did sell it of 1,000 units, but if they were pricing it lower, maybe they would have sold 3,500 units. And it's I think at the end of the day, the way that they're handling things is what I would expect. I think that just you're looking at fewer units made, not necessarily super high demand.
I like what Zero Hero wrote here. You guys notice Walmart didn't have a pre-order listing for Turtles or or X-Men. That's kind of interesting.
I heard a rumor that Walmart was not going to be carrying them.
No.
I heard a rumor about that. So
From your
I don't know if
sister,
it's true though.
sisters, brothers, cousins, best friends.
Yeah, I heard it
roommate?
through the grapevine. Like my stepbrother, twice removed. To...
What was the last cabinet that was at Walmart? Because all the last few cabinets, I don't believe they have been, right?
I think they've had a few.
You know what?
They didn't have the legacy Atari, right? That was strictly what Best Buy and GameStop. I think they've been weeding them out.
Maybe Walmart is like us. Walmart told Arcade1up, like, look, Arcade1up, we're super fans, but we're being a little bit more selective of what we want to purchase from you.
Walmart's all about business, man. I worked with them for many years, and Walmart they calculate their entire store on the square inch, and they look at ROI per square inch. So if you aren't like if those products are not generating a certain amount of dollars in revenue per square inch, then they're out the door. And these things are big. They take up a lot of space. The margin's relatively low. And there's a lot of them. And there's so many that come so quickly that I just think maybe Walmart says, maybe this is an online only purchase, if at all.
Yeah.
So what you're saying, Restalgia, let me ask you a question. So what you're saying is you don't like the price of this cabinet, correct? Yes or no?
No, I don't like the price of it.
And Michael B, do you like the price of this cabinet? Yes or no? Now, it sounds like you're still going to buy it, but do you like the price of this cabinet?
That's difficult. I had sticker shock initially when it first came out. However, looking at it more clearly, if you look at what the Marvel vs. Capcom was here in Canada, it was $6.99, and that's representative of the $4.99 and the change. Like, really, our cabinets have only gone up about $70, and then it's $70 plus $50 if it's a 4-player deck. So
you're wrong.
I'm not wrong. Why do you want to say this?
You are, because when I bought NBA Jam, which is an online 4-player cabinet, it was $6.29 plus tax.
No, you're wrong because you don't understand how it works.
All right,
$6.99. No, let me finish.
$6.29.
$6.99 for the cabinet online with the stool. Street Fighter is the exact same bundle with all the same features for $70 more. You're forgetting the stool.
You know what? You two sound like a couple of babies. That's what you guys sound like. If you look real close, there's Michael B, the Game Genie on the right, and Restalgia on the left.
Did you know we were gonna rack it? Like, how did you have that ready?
You guys sound like a couple of babies. They're babies. Complaining about Arcade1up pricing, bro. Oh, love it. Love it.
Yeah, I'm feeling we're comparing two different things, Mike. I'm comparing the NBA Jam cabinet pricing. Yeah. You're comparing another more recent cabinet that's already jacked up in price.
No. You're forgetting the stool feature. So
that's not a feature. You've sat on them. That is not a feature.
Yeah, I agree, but you don't understand.
Disservice.
The bundle that is going up in price is the Marvel vs. Capcom bundle compared to the Street Fighter Big Blue. That's your price difference. That's what you have. It's apples to apples, not apples to oranges. You're comparing apples to oranges. I'm comparing apples to apples.
I'm comparing a 4-player Arcade1up machine to a 4-player Arcade1up machine.
So Digipunk, he's put a couple comments in the live chat. It sounds like he did pre-order one. He's very excited. And by all means, sir, we appreciate you, respect your opinion. And if you're happy, I'm happy. I did notice on all the videos we posted, Mike, our live stream yesterday, the video I posted today, there were maybe, I would say, the people that commented, most people said no interest. But I did see a few comments from people on those videos where they're like, hey, PDubs, I did pre-order the cabinet. I'm excited about it. Well, I'm like, well, if you're excited, I'm excited. I'm just not excited to buy it myself. So, good for you, sir. Hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully it's cool. And they did sell out. So it sounds like you will have people to play with online as well, Mike. It's not like they only sold 10 of these cabs and you're not going to find someone to play with.
No, we've got a conversation here in the Arcade1up Canadian fan page. We don't invite Restalgia because he's a known hater. So, but we've got a bunch of us talking about if we're going to buy it and stuff like that. So, there is interest even with that heightened price.
Yeah. Well, moving on from there, because that's pretty much all the Arcade1up news this week is just the pre-order for X-Men went live. As well as they announced, Simpsons is going to go live in August, right? The cabinet that doesn't exist but really does exist. But we'll cover that more when the pre-orders actually come around. But let's switch gears here. Let's talk about iiRcade. So iiRcade had a very interesting day. They released 3 games today in their store, and one of them is a game that I've never played before. And it's a scary game, right? A little bit frightening, modern game. It's been out for a couple of years. Never played it before. Up until, do you guys remember when I went and I visited iiRcade in the Chicago office, and I did the live stream from there? Well, Jong did have this machine running on the game on the arcade cabinet there that I got to do a test run of it, but it was nowhere near ready for release. It had bugs and things like that. But this game was really intense, especially when you crank up the speakers on the iiRcade, the 1.21 gigawatts. I mean, he had that thing on damn near max in the office, and it was really, the sound. Jong is right when he talks about how sound can be an experience. You know what I mean? It really just adds to it, right? So let's take a look, guys, at this scary, scary game that just came out on your iiRcade, and I want your comments in the live chat, guys, and we'll talk about whether or not we're going to buy and play this game. Ladies and gentlemen, White Knight.
Some nights are just pitch black, without stars, and without sleep. Like this one night, back in 1938. This was just another intoxicated day drawing to an end. If only I knew. Did I hit her? Was she dead? It was just an accident. It happens. Getting somewhere safe. That's all that mattered.
Very, very cool. So Jamie goes, iiRcade's still running their sale. They're doing free shipping, which saves you $100 because it's $100 flat rate shipping, whether you live in California, Florida, whatever. They're doing free shipping still, but the actual sales where the cabinets were also $100 off is not running, but you can still get free shipping. RB says iiRcade can run this. Yes, because iiRcade can run a lot of PS4 and Switch games and things like that, which is the version, one of the ports that we're getting for this particular game. Someone wrote in here in the comments, oh great, another phone game. It's a PS4 port that they're putting on the iiRcade, guys, just like a lot of the Toe Jam and Earl and other games like that is what's coming on here. So this game, creepy. I had never heard of it until Jong started talking about it. And when I played it in the office, even though it was buggy, it looked really cool. I'm pretty excited. I did buy the game myself, paid for it out of my own pocket, and looking forward to trying it out. I think that this is just another one of those weird games that Jong keeps finding that could be fun on an arcade machine, right? Could be fun on an arcade experience, especially, guys, the sound and the music and the sound effects in this game is so creepy that if you play this like late at night with the lights off, with the music loud, wow, guys, you're really going to like it.
And headphones.
And wear headphones when you play too, because you have the headphone jack on the iiRcade. Oh man, I'm probably going to be screaming like a little girl late tonight. Restalgia, let's go around the horn here in a counterclockwise fashion. What do you think about White Knight coming to the iiRcade? Do you think this was a win for Arcade1up or just a ho-hum event? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I think it's a win. I'm a big fan of anything modern that they're bringing. I think it makes sense. I mean, it's not brand new, but it's still a modern title, and I think that it works well for the platform. I haven't played it, though. I'm very curious about it.
MichaelB, the Game Genie, ever played this game before, or what are your thoughts on this?
No, I've never played this one before. My thoughts are very close to Restalgia's on this because I love all the new stuff to bring into the cabinet. This is the kind of stuff that interests me. So I'm excited to try this one out, possibly.
Oh, so now you agree with me, huh?
Yeah, but you didn't jump across and tell me you were wrong without understanding what I was saying.
No, you still are wrong, but That's fine.
You're wrong, bro.
I don't get
Bro.
wrong. I'm 60.39% right 100% of the time.
Hey, P-Dubs,
Bro.
where's the
Bro.
baby picture at again? We need that one.
Oh yeah, whenever they're arguing, should we put the baby picture up? Like, oh god, you guys are acting like a couple.
Go to your room. You go to room.
Babies. They're acting like babies.
That's what happens when you put two Canadians in a room with Americans. We just implode.
Yeah. It's
Like
it's a problem.
Everybody
That's
thinks we're the nicest people in the world until you get us together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Carl, Detroit Love, what do you think about this? Is this game kind of your style? What do you think, man?
Yeah, well, I've been intrigued about this game ever since Sean mentioned it a few months back, and I've definitely been anticipating it. I hadn't had a chance to play it yet, so I definitely get my hands on it. I have a little struggle with games. Like I was doing the Toe Jam and Earl, and I got to get used to sitting in an arcade that long for those long-term games. You know what I mean? But I like that you can save the states and pause, because that definitely allows me to go take some bathroom breaks. But I'm definitely looking forward to this game. It looks pretty. It looks pretty amazing. When you played the trailer, I bumped up my volume just so I can get a feel of it, and I like it.
Yeah, it's pretty haunting, like the music and stuff. So obviously, guys, when I was in the Chicago office, I only played about 15 minutes of the game, like the opening scenes and stuff. And of course, it was buggy, and they were still working on it. But now that this is final, did purchase it, downloaded to the machine behind me here. So probably late tonight, I'm going to give it a shot and try that game out. I think I'm going to be playing a lot of video games late tonight. You know what I mean, Mike? It's a Friday night. What else are we going to do, right, brother?
Oh, there's things we could do. Did you see that jar of jalapeno peppers I got the other day? We could be up to some shit.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally. Oh my God.
Bro.
Mike sent us a picture of this giant jar of jalapeno peppers that he bought. And I'm like, this is not going to get you away from the SpaghettiOs incident. You're still the SpaghettiOs guy, though. Chef Boyard. Michael Chef Boyardee. Chef Boyardee, right?
Bro.
Oh, man. Bro. There's no way Restalgia can see his screen. Are they talking about your hair with your hair?
They're going on in the chat about my hair. I'm loving it.
All right,
they're
guys.
just jealous. Most of those guys probably don't even have hair, so I think that's what it is.
I have hair.
You guys are just jealous.
You're like a Homer's.
The hair on your
Simpson
shoulders
person.
doesn't count either.
Carl's got like one or two like Homer Simpson just poking out the top. That would be hilarious. Carl, you got to grow those out for everybody. Just the one or two loose strands.
Yeah, you got to get the what is it? The Mr. Burns hair?
Yeah.
Is that what it is? What does he have? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Is it Burns that has like a couple hairs?
I think he has it behind his ears or something.
Mike, come on, you got to know this. Help me out here.
Yep. Yes, keep streaming. We love
Mr.
it.
Burns from The Simpsons.
Oh, guys, we're going to keep going, guys. We still got to talk about what else is.
Oh, he has in the back of his head. It's like a rainbow shape.
Yeah, he's got the skullet.
True.
Yeah. All right, guys. So, what are your final thoughts on White Knight on the iArcade? Is this a good? Is this a must buy? A do not buy? A what do you guys think? Final thoughts?
I'm gonna get it.
Oh, you're gonna buy it?
Yeah,
I got it.
You bought it. I haven't played it, so I can't really pass an opinion. Looks cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it looks like you're in Canada with all the snow everywhere.
Nostalgia?
What's
I'm sorry, did you see Rexer's comment?
Would you be jealous if you didn't wear your hair like a cartoon character?
Yeah, I would be jealous if you didn't wear your hair like a cartoon.
We do Miss Rex. And by the way, a lot of folks are like, oh, I want Mortal Kombat, I want Street Fighter on the iArcade. If they don't get those games, Arcade1up for life, and I'm getting my Arcade1up tattoo. Well, guys, when it comes to some of this stuff here, like
you don't have to mock Mike so much, man. Jeez.
Look at what Scarpad wrote. This is what I want on the iArcade. I want some of those Dreamcast games that would be an awesome arcade experience, such as Soul Calibur. Can you imagine if they got Soul Calibur on the iArcade? That would be I love
Tekken.
Soul Calibur.
Tekken.
That would be dope. And Tekken would be cool too. I like Soul Calibur more than Tekken though. But
I'll take both.
Yeah.
But since I already have, I'll take Soul Calibur because I already have Tekken.
Yeah. Michael Soon was like, probably haven't checked QV. I wonder what's on QVC. Probably the Arcade1up X-Men with bonus light up stool. The stool lights up as well. Soul Calibur multiplayer. God, that would be so cool. Don't you guys think? That would be amazing. That would be so much fun. I wish they could do that. Yes, there's a lot of Dreamcast games that could run easily on the iArcade hardware, guys. So yeah, we would absolutely love to see that. And hopefully we can see that happen. We would also like to see, obviously, them to capitalize on that partnership with .emu and get us Streets of Rage 4, get us Shredder's Revenge. Those are the two, I think, two of the biggest games on everyone's wish list as well. So hopefully John can make that happen. Best way to do it is buy the .emu games so John has more stuff to show him. Like, hey, guys, I'm selling your games like hotcakes. You know what I mean? There's plenty of .emu games on there to buy already. Give him the data, and he can get you the license. Who knows, right? So, all right, guys. So moving on from here, let's catch up on AtGames. So AtGames, actually, in my opinion, it's been a little while since we had a firmware update week that was very interesting. There was a lot of pretty good updates mixed into the universal firmware with the AtGames ecosystem this week, especially when it comes to, let's take a look here. So on the pinball machine, you now have the new backglass display. And now the backglass display, when you're shuffling through the menus, if you download an App Store X, the backglass displays, well, what that means is as you're shuffling through the games on your Legends Ultimate, instead of it just saying Legends Ultimate on the backglass, it actually shows the backglass of whatever game you have highlighted in the table user interface at that time. They've added it now where before it just showed Gottlieb, now it shows Zacharia and Tato. And I gotta admit, guys, once I got that installed and up and running today, looked pretty cool. You know, as I'm because before it would Legends Ultimate, Legends Ultimate, Legends Ultimate. Oh, here's a Gottlieb table. You know what I mean? And it would show the backglass. But now that every single game it shows, I gotta tell you something, guys. It's the little things.
Yeah, that's a great feature. Honestly, really, really good feature. It's probably my favorite feature they've released for pinball, almost since they've released the pinball machine. It's like the best feature right now so far. Definitely like it.
Yeah, I've always said that the back glass is just mandatory on the pinball. It's just for the experience and for the visual sake of it. It's just a part of it. Without it, you might as well have a PC with a monitor.
Now, is that a mind-blowing feature? No, it's not. It's not a mind-blowing feature, but it is something that's really cool. And by them fine-tuning the product and adding these little additional things, all these little things add up to greatness, right? So I'm pretty excited about it. Antisocial Hero says they also added a notification icon too, which is really cool because now, if you guys notice, if you do upgrade your firmware, next to your name, ArcadeNet ID, there's a little red bell, a little bell with a little red exclamation mark if AtGames pushes out some kind of notification to your system. And what's really cool is I clicked on it today and sure enough, this popped up on my pinball machine. So if you're into their competitive gaming, their contests, their leaderboard competitions, stuff like this now populates on your pinball machine and you can actually see oh, look who won. Plus I think there was another pop-up that was telling me, hey guys, here's the actual Gottlieb tables to play. If you're interested in playing leaderboard games and you don't want to go on Facebook to try and figure out, well, which are the games this week? You don't want to check your email. What games are there to play this week to get involved in these contests? Well, now you have a pop-up and it tells you on the pinball machine itself, hey guys, go play these games. I thought that was really cool as well. Again, it's the little things. It's the little things that get me a little excited there. What do you think about that, Restalgia?
I think you're right. I think it's just the little things that add to the package, and they did a good job with it. So,
and it's not just the little things. It's not just the little things. It's the ever increasing improvements to a product you bought a while ago. You know what I mean? With the other competitors, you have to wait until the new product and see all your friends have the newer one, and you got the old one, right? Because they're an engineering company, they're always improving what you already have purchased, and I think that's very valuable in this space. You don't have to buy the next version of that cabinet to get these new features.
Mm-hmm. What's up, Michael B?
Nah,
very focused look on your face.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the big thing with the pinball and talking about the two different companies and what they're doing, I don't think the $7.99 Arcade1up pinballs that are on their way from GameStop are going to be any better than the $5.99 or $5.49 pinballs where it's the same package. So I don't think there's going to be any improvement there. No. So with the pinball, the great thing about AtGames is there's constantly quality of life upgrades, like you mentioned. It's future-proof. They're constantly trying to figure out ways to make it better, and they take suggestions to heart. Like I made a suggestion one time, it'd be nice if you could find out if one of your scores were knocked off by somebody else. I got a message from PK later that night. He's like, it's a good idea. We're going to work on that. So now this notification system lets you see stuff like that. Like maybe eventually if someone knocks your score off the top 5, like, Restalgia usually early on can put a couple scores in the top 5. But
I don't see your name up there at all, Mike.
But by the time all the good players come, like he's just gone. Like I'm gone.
Still in the top 5 on a couple tables. So
we'll see. Brother. I got a feeling you'll be getting quite a few notifications that your scores are gone.
Certainly not by you, Mike.
Now, Michael Suna here asked a great question. How do you get the back glass with CoinOps X to work automatically? There's a video on my channel, Mike. I just posted it, I think, last week that says how do you get your back glass working with CoinOps on your Legends pinball machine when you're playing your vertical games. Just go check out my video, my friend. It's a very quick video, 6-7 minute video. Very easy process to get it set up for you. Go check that out. Al says he loves AtGames these days. The best value today. AtGames making some good moves. This was a pretty good firmware update. National Owners Day is right around the corner. Who knows what they're going to reveal? And we haven't even gotten through all the really cool stuff as well. This is probably the most exciting thing in this week's firmware update is a lot of us have these Pixelcade marquees, and they're cool. But to get them up and running, like, when you turn on your machine, then you got to go activate Pixelcade X. It's from a user perspective, a kind of, pain in the butt process, right? Kind of tedious, right? And now they have in this firmware update, now your Pixelcade marquee, your BitPixel LED marquee will start automatically. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Now I can take mine out the box and put it together.
Yes. Now you can take it out of the box, put it together. That is a huge addition. Very exciting. AtGames, once again, it's the little things, right? Let's make everything simpler, easier. If there's one piece of negative feedback AtGames has always had is it's really cool. It's a tinkerer's toy, but it can be overly complicated, right? Overly complicated using their system, using their accessories. And by them kind of making stuff easier, like, hey, you turn on your machine, your BitPixel turns on. That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
I will say there is one thing like I'm chomping at the bits now about. I'm nervous about making changes to things. Like I love leaving things stock. I don't like modding things. So I got my Legends pinball behind me now, and I got my Vibs board put in. And I've got everything set up to I'm playing FX3 from my PC into my Legends pinball. But in order for me to get my cables in there and the button in there, I've got to make changes to the cabinet. It would have been nice if, I don't know if they can change like the pinballs going forward to maybe future-proof it a little bit to help you run the wires and have a hole for the button already set up so you don't have to do those mods. Because there's a lot of people out there like me that, aren't really confident with making those changes or don't really want to. So you're going to be selling these Vibs boards to people going forward. Maybe make a little hole for the HDMI cable to go through one of the back panels, and maybe make a little hole for the button to go through on the bottom of the cabinet going forward.
Mike, you mean like hole for the button for like the switch for the back glass?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and you got to remember, they made these products with one thing in mind, and as they got it, people was like, hey, like you were saying, they take your suggestion. Well, hey, let's do this. So I'll imagine the version 2 of their cabinet is going to have a lot of those fixes in, but they're organic. They're making this stuff, the changes as we go, and you're not getting it from anybody else. So,
what did you just say? They were orgasmic?
Yes.
You guys want to see something kind of cool? I shouldn't be doing this, but you guys want to see something really cool?
You're going to do it anyway.
No, actually, I don't. I only want to see things that are not cool.
So Remy
Please don't waste my time with cool things.
So Remy here is say, hey, anyone use the BitPixel on pinball? So yeah, the Pixelcade BitPixel LED marquee is compatible with your AtGames Legends pinball. You can actually hook it up and use it as a DMD when playing like FX3 games and stuff like that. The issue is you're, as you can tell, you can kind of see the two cabinets behind me, is that the BitPixel is too big, right? It's too big. The Legends pinball machine is only about 19 inches wide, something like that, whereas the arcade cabinet itself is 20, 30 some inches or something. I can't remember the exact specs.
30 inches, yeah.
Right. So like if you have your Pixelcade marquee and if you want to use it as like a DMD on your pinball machine, the issue is it's too big. What are you gonna do if you sit it on top of the machine? In my opinion, it looks kind of silly, right? Because it sticks out over the side, makes your back box look like it has wings and all that stuff. So what we need a Pixelcade that fits in that back box. And what if I had one? Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
No. In fact, it'd be the most uncool thing that you could have possibly told us.
What you guys want to see something? Hold on, watch this. Hold on.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourself. I got to go grab it back here.
Hey, Mike, you're good at talking. What do you got? You want to explain to me why I'm wrong about the Arcade1up stuff?
No, I did explain it. It's just I'm still
really poorly.
Still trying to grasp how you didn't understand it.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Carl, how about you? You gonna chime in?
What?
No.
So funny?
Okay.
So what we have here, guys, for you now, it's a little dusty, but I did a test run, and now I just got to figure out a mount for it. But
I was frozen.
Oh, you were frozen, or are you messing around?
I'm messing around.
Let me get this comment off the screen. All right, so what I have here now, it's a little dusty because I've had this thing for a while. So this is the Arcade1up BitPixel LED marquee.
Yeah.
And this thing is only about 16 and a half inches wide.
Is that
And
the front or the back of it?
Well, no, this is without the cover on. This
Gotcha.
is is showing the two panels. You got to put the cover on, and it looks like that.
Yep.
So what's interesting about this thing, guys, is obviously it's compatible with the AtGames ecosystem, and provided you just remove some of the backing off of here, you can get this flush mounted over that Legends Pinball logo, and you could have this set up as a DMD on your back box.
Now we just need to now we just need to flip the thing over so it's on the bottom and
Right.
the other monitor on the top, and we're in business.
So it's kind of like, and it fits perfectly where that where the Legends Pinball is on top of there.
Right.
This thing almost fits perfectly in there. You just have to mount it a special way, which I'll show you guys in the video that I'm putting together. So it's pretty cool, and I think it's a good proof of concept, because if there's one thing I would like Al Linky over at Pixelcade to do in partnership with AtGames is give us a BitPixel that'll fit inside of our Legends Ultimate back box, right? Instead of having this gigantic thing that, if you put it on top of the back box or whatever, it looks silly, right? It's because it's too big for the back box. So we'll check that out. Hopefully you guys find that exciting. I'll have a video out about that soon. I'm getting emergency alerts over here. Uh-oh. What's going on?
But wouldn't it be cool if he could reverse that top panel and the bottom panel and had it upside down so that the screen was on the top and that pixel thing was on the bottom?
Bro.
What?
No, I think what they should do, bro, is they should do a bring your own screen option for the AtGames Legends Pinball, like where you can put your phone over the AtGames logo. Bro.
Oh, you mean like make like a cutout or something? Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
That would be good.
And then you can just put your phone there.
Yeah. No other companies thought about that.
So, of course, because I live in the desert, we have a dust storm approaching. So they're like, alert, dust storm, zero visibility, get off the roads.
Danger.
Yeah. So, so I'll have a video out for this, guys, because you do have to do some modifications, because these were made to go inside your Arcade1up cabinets. So these weren't specifically designed for the pinball machine, but you have to do a few modifications, and it fits, and it works, and it's cool. So I'm pretty excited about that. I think that'll be a good video. And then also we have all these new attract mode videos, which is it's the little things, right? The attract mode videos you can download onto a flash drive and have played on your pinball machines. They've added the videos for the non-pinball devices as well as the pinball machine itself. And then last but not least, we have this offline mode, which I'm trying to wrap my head around this. Restalgia, maybe you can explain offline mode to people for App Store X. What do you know about this?
So offline mode is made for people who linked their game packs that they bought to their ArcadeNet account. some people want to play not connected, or they don't want to have their login at all times. You can essentially take your licenses that you own with you offline, so that way you don't have to be connected to the internet. You can still play them right off the USB drive. There's no requirement to be connected to the internet in any way. That's all it really is.
So is that a cool feature? I think was that a feature people were requesting? Because honestly, I don't care if I'm logged in or logged out.
There's most people don't care. There's still a few people who prefer not to. And I think what they essentially did was they just emulated the feature that you would have had on Steam. How you can take your Steam library offline, and then you can play offline as long as you want. But when you're offline and you take those games offline, you can't go onto another computer and access those games and play them because you've taken those licenses away from your account. So it's a nice thing to do for people who don't want to always feel like they're connected to that ecosystem.
Okay. Now, I don't know if we have a lot of modders viewing the episode right now, but Restalgia has a big announcement for you that he wanted to share with all of you regarding the return of the Build Your Own Legends contest, the officially sanctioned contest by AtGames. Restalgia, take it away, my friend. Tell people and sell it, make it exciting.
I'm not going to make it exciting, but I will do the best that I can, sir.
Do the hair flip and tell them.
No, it'll take me an hour to fix my hair after this.
You notice, take a quick, can you go in on Restalgia, bring him up on screen, like just make him the one?
Yep.
If you take a look directly in the middle of Restalgia's forehead, he has a ringlet there. Like there's a ringlet. Yeah, look. What is that? It's a ringlet.
Yeah, I get them all the time, man. My hair's like naturally very, very curly. So,
all right, tell
it's
people
beautiful. It's stunning.
But no. You don't naturally get a ringlet. Like you've been picking at that all day, haven't you?
No, I swear to God, my hair just naturally does. And on the back of my hair too, you'll see it like curls down. I get ringlets. I have very curly
So
hair.
you thought he was doing like this?
You thought I was just like sitting there twirling my hair?
I think that's what you do all day when you're not.
Look how natural that is, man. It is a beautiful little ringlet.
I'm seeing one of those pink rollers.
You probably think the show is about you.
No, so Build Your Own Legends is coming back. They are accepting applications as early as this Monday, 9 a.m. PST. The big change here is that they've opened it up to Canadians as well. So if you are a Canadian and you want to participate, you can. So now we've got a true international competition that's going. So Canadians or Americans are able to enter. They've changed things up a little bit in terms of the prizes. They are giving everybody... I guess we'll go over the competition itself. So everything in terms of the way the competition runs is going to be identical. You still have a $300 budget to create your own Legends product, whatever it happens to be. My recommendation is if you watched last season, you probably want to put in a proposal for something different than what was already done. You're going to have 30 days to actually build it. And you have to complete it within 30 days. If it's incomplete, that's fine. You still submit what you've done. But the idea is obviously you got $300 in 30 days. Give us something cool. And pretty much that's kind of it. In terms of prizes, grand prize winner is going to win in AtGames Legends pinball machine, as well as the licenses for the latest Taito Pinball Pack 1. So that's going to be included. Big difference here.
Wait. Hold on.
What?
You're telling me that the grand prize for this contest is going to be a Legends pinball machine with a Taito Volume 1 pinball pack included? Are you
100%? Yeah.
Dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria, and one thing that's very exciting about this is that the winner will be decided completely by community vote. The last time this contest happened, the grand prize was decided by the judges. And then the community vote was for second place prizes, right? So the grand prize, guys, will be decided by the viewers. You guys will be able to vote, and whoever you guys vote will win the grand prize, which is pretty exciting. And then the runner-up, second place, will be selected by the judges this time. So we're going to flip the script on how the prizes are awarded, and the runner-up we'll get an AtGames Legends Gamer Pro with the Taito pinball pack as well. And then the final 3 participants, everyone is going to be a winner. They'll get the Legends Gamer Mini as their participation prize with the Tato pinball packs as well.
Yep.
So everybody's a winner if you're one of the 5 projects selected, and that's pretty exciting in my opinion.
Yep. And what I would actually recommend for people who actually are really interested in this and want to secure a place, not that this is any guarantee, but if you've got more than one idea, submit more than one idea. Say, hey, this is one idea. Here's another idea. Just throw your hat kind of in the bag, man, and see if you can come up with something cool, because there's a lot that can be done with this board. Mike, what you got?
I got 2 ideas right off the hop. You guys ready for this?
Let's hear it.
Number 1 is a projectorcade. So I'm thinking.
Yep.
So, and then number 2, I'm gonna make because you can't just make a straight Legends cabinet. That's not gonna win. You gotta come up with something like a coffin cade. But I'm gonna bring my Canadian charm to it, and I'm making bagged milk cade. So I'm gonna make a arcade out of bagged milk. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, that'd
You're
be
all
good.
wet,
Make sure you
Michael.
include a
You're
stool
all
with it.
wet.
It's got to
come with a stool, yeah.
I'm going to have to draw you some kind of diagram to explain how my theory went and how your theory is wrong.
Now, guys, if you guys want to get in on the Build Your Own Legends contest, what you want to do is you want to submit an email to arcadeideas@atgames.net, and you want to provide a project proposal like, hey, I want to get in on the contest. Here's the product I'm thinking about building. And also, here is my estimated budget. Remember, you guys got to get this done with a $300 budget, $300 or less.
Yep.
They will be provided the Legends Connect device, though, right? Restalgia?
Yes.
Just like last time.
Yeah, if they're selected, they'll be notified. You guys have 7 days essentially to submit. So starting Monday until the next Sunday. That's coming up after that. So you really don't have a lot of time. Even if you guys haven't 100% planned it out, if you have an idea and you're like, yeah, I can make this work, just put it down on paper, put a projected budget. Doesn't have to be perfect. And just shoot it in there. And I think it was a great competition last time. We had a lot of entries and we had some really cool projects, and every single one of them was really cool. I'm excited to see this. Now we can actually bring in some real talent from Canada to compete here. So,
you know what I want you to make? I want you to take one of those arcade stools and make it into a Legends cabinet.
I don't even own one of those. Mike has all the stools. He's a big stool fan.
I actually bought another one last night.
make it into a Legends cake. Join the contest. Let's do it. I think it's
I can't join. I'm on the panel. I'm on the panel, so I can't.
Oh, that doesn't surprise me.
Yep. What?
Now is To Die For and Kong doing something similar? What's that?
Oh yeah, we'll get to that in just 1 second,
Okay.
Carl. So guys, and just as a reminder, the entry period, guys. So starting July 19th, so a couple days from now, after the weekend.
It's Monday.
Starting Monday, start sending your emails and your proposals to arcadeideas@atgames.net. We're going to let the entire week go by, let emails come in, and then after we get everything, we'll determine who the 5 projects are that we're going to feature in this contest. So you guys have some time here, plenty of time to decide if you want to participate and what you want to do. Plenty of time for some brainstorming.
Yep.
I'm personally excited about this, guys, and I really hope to see you guys participate in this contest. We had a lot of fun last time we did this, and we're hoping to have even more fun this time around.
Yep. And one thing I will mention is you're not excluded if you already competed, but if there are a lot of really good submissions, if you competed last time, probably not going to be picked this time around. But that shouldn't stop you. Still throw your design in the mix, man.
Into the ring.
Yep.
Now, Michael B, you had a great idea for a cocktail table, and you are not a judge in this contest, so you're able to participate. Are you going to make that for everybody? Everyone wants to see it.
We'll see.
That would be kind of cool, right?
Yep. And keep in mind with Rex, when he made his wallcade or whatever, pinwall, is that what he called it? I can't remember what he called it, but you can do pinball with this thing. You can do arcade with this thing. You can do whatever you want. So if there's a product that AtGames has already made and you want to make something similar, just in a different form factor, you can do it. Or if you want to maybe design a product that hasn't been made by them. Let's say you're a cocktail cabinet guy or somebody who's really into kind of those sort of things. You can actually do that. And this is a good way for you to make it and get it for free at the end of the day, right? So definitely a fun competition.
And on top of all that goodness, we have something exciting as well. So there's going to be kind of 2 of these. Oh, wait, hold on. Restalgia.
Hold on. Wait, Kongs are us. Yeah, teams are allowed. So with teams, you can absolutely partner up with somebody that doesn't...
BYOF, bring your own friend.
Yeah, so you would have to, in order for it to be a team project on your submission, you have to state that it's a team project. Your budget stays the same. Everything stays the same. You can just do it with a partner. So definitely totally fine. If you've got, a family member that you want to partner up with that you think would make sense, or one of your best buddies is really good with, woodworking and you think that you could take advantage of that, absolutely teams are 100% allowed. Make sure you come up with a cool team name. If you don't have a good team name, I'm not picking you. So
is there any flexibility on the $300? I mean, you guys aren't really considering like the increases in shipping and licensing.
No, he's trolling us like an X-Men cabinet. Yeah. Now, guys, this is really cool because if you guys think about it, when we did this contest last time, our grand prize winner was the Coffin-Cade. And who would have thought that something so ridiculous would be so cool, right? Hats off to Jacob Johnson for coming up with that idea. So what is going to be this year's Coffin-Cade, right?
Yeah.
I'm like genuinely excited to see what people come up with.
Well, it's funny that you say that because when we were looking at the original proposal for that Coffin-Cade, because I was looking at everything at first as they were coming through, and I saw this and I was like, this is really cool, but there is no way this guy's going to make this happen. And I was like, there's absolutely no way this guy's going to do it. And he completely blew it out of the water. He did such a good job. So, and the cool thing too is Jacob didn't really have any real experience in woodworking. He's never had any experience in making an arcade. He pretty much learned everything he needed to learn while doing this project within 30 days. And he ended up winning. It was really impressive. So, don't think if you don't have technical skills or you don't have the technical ability, you can still make it happen. It's done in a way that these Connect boards are very intuitive. They're very easy to work with.
And guys, do me a favor. Make sure you guys head over to Kongs R Us YouTube channel when you guys have free time and check out that there's going to be another kind of Legends Connect, build your own Legends type of contest, and they're calling it Mod Wars. So I definitely want you guys, if you participate in this, if you're interested in modding, let's say you're not selected in the official contest, you still have a great idea and you want to win great prizes, definitely make sure you get your submissions into B-Kong and all them. Make sure you check out the video on his channel about Mod Wars. You have to get your submissions in by August 15th in order to be considered as part of that contest. So guys, make sure you support fellow content creators out there running these kind of contests as well. We're very excited I'll be watching that show while we're doing our show as well. I'm very excited to see what the community comes up with. Man, there's going to be a lot of modding going on with these Legends Connect boards in our near future, and I can't wait to see what the community comes up with.
Yeah, I was really impressed with what they did last year. Even though the Coffin-Cade is not something for everybody, the other ideals there really, I think, is going to inspire what comes available from some of these companies. I don't know who, but I think they showcased a lot of great things that are actually can be made and that people will purchase.
Very, very good. Very good. Well, guys, that is everything I had on my list for this week. Pretty good show, in my opinion. Lots of stuff going on in the world of modern and retro gaming. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this week's episode of the Super GameRoom Dudes. We'll be back again, obviously, next Friday. Any final thoughts or farewells, Michael B? Are you really going to buy this X-Men cabinet?
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. Also, subscribe to Cool Toy.
They don't. He doesn't need our help, man. He's got like 100,000 subscribers. He doesn't need our help.
Subscribe to Cool Toy.
He's doing.
I concur. I concur.
I say subscribe to Detroit Love. Ain't that right, Carl?
2 thumbs up.
Carl, why'd you set everyone on their way? We'll see you guys next week. And we were going to have Matt Damon on, but we ran out of time. So Matt Damon will try and get you on next week.
And after that, we need to get the Coffin Cake guide on, see what he's doing now, and how he enjoyed his grand prize.
He's in the chat right now.
Yeah, let's get him on the show. I want to hear about its grand prize and everything. Hey, so guys, thanks for watching. We appreciate you. And until next time, we'll see you on the web.
Have a good weekend.
Later, nerds.
Yeah,
We're still live.
We forgot something.
We're still live.
We're still live?
We're still live.
You're live, pal.
Yeah, we're still live.
Ah, crap.